up, my fitness family? Brent Kasmer here with BK PT, Brent Kasmer Personal Training. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to increase your bench press 30 pounds per week, so that way you can blow up that ego, baby. I know how it is. It's like the number one question when you're out and about and you are in somewhat shape. You know, guys just ask guys. I don't know why. It's not a question that comes to mind when I am out and about, but how much do you bench press, man? I typically will say I do 135 for 100 reps. So kind of throws them for a loop a little bit. But right now I'm going to teach you guys that there's 3 exercises that I use with clients that literally slaps on 30 pounds every single week. Wouldn't that sound nice? Man, that way you can get that bench up there, and that way you can get all the questions from everybody, all right? Before I share that with you, though, make sure you like, subscribe, and mash the notification bell. That way you're notified as all my new content comes out. That way you learn the fastest, easiest approaches to getting the best results, because that's what I teach, all right? So we're going to start off one instruction on how to bench first, okay? So quick little 101 blip on this, because God forbid, you can't be jacking your bench all the way up 30 pounds if you don't even know how to bench. So typically you want to grab the bar where your wrists and your elbows are aligned, so that way when you get into the press, you're at about a 90 degree or a little bit less than a 90 degree, but you don't want to be in here like this. It's not a close grip bench, okay? So you want your hands out, wrists above your elbows. Find what grip it is on the bar, so that way you want some, placements where you're going to be making sure that you're grabbing it in the equal spot, all right, on both sides, so that way you're not picking it up all kinds of lopsided. If you're rolling your bench back into the power rack, you want to roll it back to a position where when you lay on it, you want the bar to be across your eyeballs. So that way it's not too far back, and yet it's not too far in front of you, so that way when you're doing your presses, you're not hitting the hooks the whole time. You want to make sure you squeeze the living crap out of the bar. So the tightest grip you could possibly grab it, okay? You want to make sure your toes are back behind your knees. So that way when you push, all your force is going in one motion, opposed to if your feet are out here and you're pulling with your feet, trying to push with your legs, or you're trying to push yourself into almost a decline bench as well. So you want all the force. Ooh, man, my abs are sore. You want all the force going in the same direction. Hopefully all that stuff makes sense. If not, rewind it, watch it again. It'll make sense the second or third time you watch it. All right, so that's all the prepper techniques of getting into the bench press itself. All right, when you bench press, you don't want your elbows flared out. You want to make sure your elbows are tucked, but not too far. So, and having that right hand position will help with all of that. So holding the bar up, you're coming down, elbows are tucked underneath you a little bit, and driving up. So bam, down, driving up. So you want to have real good control on the negative, and you want to explode, all right, when you're in the positive motion, all right? Those are kind of like the quick fundamentals of 101 benching. So I don't want to go crazy with it, because this is obviously a video for blasting your max, all right? So the 3 exercises that I'm going to teach you guys it's going to be a close grip bench press. We're going to do 5 sets, and it's 5 sets of 5 repetitions, all right? So you want to make sure what you want to do is know what your 5 rep max is for your close grip bench. You're going to take 20% off of that. That'll be your 4th set. You're going to take 20% off of that. It's going to be your 3rd set. 20% off of that. It's going to be your 2nd set. And 20% off of that will be your 1st set. So a lot of times your 1st set might feel like it's super light. It's because it is. Because guess what? You're not trying to find out or increase your close grip bench. So the end game goal is to put on 30 pounds on your bench press. So we don't want to get too crazy with it. When you get done with your 5 sets of close grip bench press, and when you do a close grip bench press, Same position, eyeballs lined up with the bar. You want your hands about 9 to 10 inches apart, okay? So I typically will take my thumbs, make sure that they touch, because my hands are about 9 inches. And then therefore, I'll go ahead and open them up. So when I close grip bench too, this is not like proper technique, but I'll unhook my thumbs. It tweaks my wrist a little bit, so that's just a thing that I do. So pushing it up, this one your elbows are tucked up underneath you. So bam, right to that bottom part of your chest, almost your sternum. Bam, straight back up. Okay, you're gonna be doing 5 sets of that. Once you get to that 5th set, we're gonna go right into the bench press. So same thing with the bench press, you wanna know what your 5 rep max is. Because since we're trying to grow on the bench press, you want your 5 rep max to be on your 3rd set, okay? Why? Because we're gonna be putting on some more weight, all right? So 5 rep max on your 3rd set, you wanna be halfway between where you end with your close grip bench, because that's where you're gonna start for your bench press, and your 5 rep max, so is going to be your 2nd set. So you're gonna split that, and that's gonna be your 2nd set. Your 3rd set's your 5 rep max, and then we're going to increase from that. So if we get 3 to 5 reps on your 4th set and 3 to 5 reps on your 5th set, it's kind of like our end goal with it, all right? The 3rd exercise is going to be a floor bench press. So floor bench press is exactly what it sounds like. You're laying on the floor and you're performing a bench press. But guess what? Your elbows can't go down all the way. So therefore, you're going to stop at that 90-degree mark and drive up. Good thing about the floor is there's no give like a bench press, right? So when you're on the floor, it's super flat, it's hard. Your whole back is supported, and you're going to have a lot more force to get. So you're going to see, you're going to actually be able to go where your 5 rep max was and beyond with the floor press, because AKA the top half press of the bench. So it's a great exercise to just slap it on some serious size on your bench press. Helps you with your lockout. Not only that, but the negative motion as well. So that way you're putting your joints, your ligaments, your tendons, everything's getting a little bit more resistance put against it. So that way you have room to grow. It's going to help you the following week. You're gonna be like, holy smack, I did just put on 30 pounds on my bench press. All right, you know that I don't ever just sit still and just bench, wait 2 to 3 minutes. So that's not happening. So in between your bench press and in between your close grip bench and your next set of close grip bench and your next set of close grip bench, we're gonna be doing inverted rows, okay? I don't know if you know what inverted rows but you're laying upside down. You can either use TRX straps, you can use the bar on the actual rack itself. Just pull the bench out. You're gonna pull yourself up to the bar itself. I would go up underneath it like this, and you're going to pull your chest up to the bar, all right? Legs are out in front of you. We're gonna be doing 10 reps of it every single time. So you're gonna be doing 10 reps of inverted rows, and then also either 10 goblet squats or 10 ballistic lunges. So goblet squats is just holding a dumbbell up in front of you, and you're getting a squat nice and deep, not coming up all the way. So the reason why we're doing this, it's not super heavy, but at the same time, you're trying to stimulate growth hormone, trying to stimulate your testosterone, therefore you're getting better results throughout the whole thing. So it's not a burnout, it's not to get tired, it's just to get some blood flowing, try and get a little pump in the legs also, and then also kind of get your windpipes moving, so it helps your chest to expand and contract, so therefore it can grow a little bit more. All right, so you're going to be doing a triset, which is close grip bench, inverted rows, and goblet squats, or a ballistic lunge. Ballistic lunge is just like this. So you're kneeling down, and you're just jumping and switching your legs, okay? So 10 per leg, 20 of them in between every single set, all right? So that is the secret sauce. So if you're looking to put 30 pounds on your bench in a week and blow up that ego, you're in the right spot. So I can't wait to hear in the comments below that you gave it a go. And it's also very important to have a good spotter. So you want to have a good spotter that understands not just to take the weight up off of you, but to make you work through those sets, especially if you're trying to get those extra reps, and then also being able to spot a negative as well to kind of help you grow beyond what you can actually push. All right? If you got questions, pop them in the comments. You know I'm here for you, but I can't wait to watch you blow up the ego as well as your bench press. So hopefully those techniques helped. Hopefully, the strategy is something that you've never heard of, and I'll tell you what, it works. I promise you that. All right? Like, subscribe, mash the notification bell, and I will see you in that next video.